I bought this grapple for my big excavator, but this part's different. This whole part that connects to mine, so I bought this piece here, and I'm gonna cut this out here so I can fit this in here, line it up, and then I'm just gonna grind this all the way because I don't have a plasma cutter, and I'm gonna weld that in its place so I can hook the big excavator to it, because this is a useless attachment without it's just useless attachment because it doesn't fit my machine at the time. And then this is bent right here. I'm gonna smack that straight, and there's a missing one here, so I'm gonna try to smack that a little bit straight, and then I'm gonna grind this off, and I'm gonna put this piece of plate underneath it, draw it out, and then grind that out since I don't have a plasma cutter still. Plasma cutter would make it a whole lot nicer, but that's a whole lot more money I don't have to spend on something like that. So I think this would be a lot easier doing brush work and tearing apart RVs and trailers and stuff, because I could just grab them without the bucket getting in the way. All right, I got the old ears cut off. There's a new one right there, and the new one's over here. I put this one on top of it, so this needs to be cut out here, and then here. And then I can just put that on that and weld it back, and then I'll have this attachment. And then I'm gonna cut another finger out so I can fit it there. And I'll weld the new ones on. I'll just throw these to the side for whatever else, I guess. I don't really need them, but maybe somebody else might. All right, I got the two pieces made, and I put this little finger here, drew it out, and I'm gonna cut that out. I have to use my metal saw here. I just put it up here on top of the table, and then just cut it, and cut it a couple times, and then I'll probably just use a grinder to grind that out. Got this piece here that I cut out. I just need to cut it at an angle a little bit so it fits, because it's got the bend to it. So I've got to cut that. It's pretty hot still, but yeah, probably just cut it at an angle and then just weld that on there after I grind all this down. And then I'll grind the sides of these, grind the sides of that, bring the excavator over, make sure it fits normal or even, and then tack it on and weld it all the way up. And I'll be able to use that thing. Brought the excavator over here so I could dry fit everything. I gotta pull this one off. I need to cut the edge on it here, put a little bit of a bevel to it, so when I weld it on there, it holds better. Probably gonna cut that so it's flat all the way across. And then I gotta do the same thing to the edges of this. And then I gotta make this fit. I'll do that probably very last. But for right now, I'm just gonna put the edge on this and then tack it all together, and then finish welding it all the way. Then I'll finish that little thumb. I welded this piece of metal here just to keep it up, because I'm gonna put pressure on it with the excavator, and the 2x4s were not working out. So I'm gonna put this up, and then I'm just gonna tack it, and then I'm gonna full weld it all the way around, and then I'll do this piece down here. All right, I think I'm ready to tack it on here. About as good as it's gonna get. I think I cut a little too much off of this area here because it doesn't line up 100%, but it's okay. See, it's pretty good there. I think I just cut this off too much. That's fine. Not a big deal. It's mainly making sure everything is gonna be able to attach right when it's all welded up. All right, it's all welded on. Now I just gotta grind this down and then weld this piece onto it. I just gotta cut a little bit of an angle so it's more like that, because these other ones are like that, so it's gotta be the same. So it won't be too big a deal. I'll cut all this first, and then I'll cut this piece. All right, it's all done. It's all welded up. I do need to hit the spot just right there, and that's it. The center thumb is on. It's probably gonna break off one day, but right now it's on there. That's the thinnest piece of metal that I have, because everything else is thinner than that. So that'll work just for grabbing brush and stuff. So far it's working pretty good. I've moved some brush around from the storm.